Alright everybody, let's get started. As you can see, the title of today's webinar is You Are an Ultimate Agent. And you might not think that you are, but I promise you, you are. And I'm going to explain what I mean in just a minute. Our industry, the real estate industry, is booming and most agents are dying. And that might sound a little dramatic, but you know it's probably true. Now, you aren't most agents. Just the fact that you've shown up for a webinar called Ultimate Agent is proof of that. But what you're going to discover here is how to ensure that you are one of the ultimate agents who stands apart from the crowd and makes a real difference for your clients, while growing an amazing career for yourself where money is never an issue again. Now I know that on lots of webinars the presenters have all kinds of introductions and stories about themselves. But I want to just dive right into this because the information we're going to share with you can make an immediate impact on your career, on the results you can get for your clients, and ultimately on the real estate industry as a whole. Who is this presentation for? Well, it's not for the average real estate agent. If you're content with having listings when they occasionally come to you, or being referred buyers whenever someone might send them your way, or buying listings and leads off the internet and relying on Zillow and making tons of cold calls and resigning yourself to never being able to get out of the cycle of mediocre results, well, this webinar isn't for you. But that doesn't describe you, right? If your inner ultimate agent is feeling stuck, overwhelmed, or scattered, if you don't know exactly what to do or which step to take next, but you are determined to grow a professional career where the leads flow in like clockwork, where the kinds of clients you want to work with come to you instead of you having to chase them, where you can double your revenue in just 90 days and blast it out of the park in just 1 year, well then welcome to this webinar. You're definitely in the right place. Now, let's take a quick second to introduce ourselves and tell you why you should listen to us. I'm James Hudson, aka the Ninja Realtor. We're consistently and increasingly getting these kinds of results and much more in our firm, and we've gotten here in just 2 years. But long before that, I'd become known as a mentor among real estate agents because of the rapid growth I was able to achieve in my career as a very young man. I work closely with people, and I want to show you to the most straightforward path possible to realizing these kinds of results for yourself. Now, one way we've achieved this success is by building a real business with real systems and strategies, many of which we owe to working with transformational business growth strategist Sue Kemple and her platform. Sue, thanks for being with us today.
Oh, no. Thank you for having me here, James. And yes, it's been my pleasure to see how many thousands of businesses all over the country, including some of the most profitable real estate agents, are using this system to grow their revenue faster and further than they ever thought possible, easily hitting 6 and even 7 figures. And I've been especially glad to watch Ninja Realty grow.
And we've been fortunate to not just learn this system, but apply its strategies to far more success than we've ever imagined possible. But enough about us, let's talk about you. Why are you a real estate agent? Why are you in an industry that's doing so well, but where most of its professionals are not doing so well at all? From the outside, real estate is booming, but real estate agents are dying. Why is this? We found some stats to demonstrate why real estate agents struggle, why it's so hard. Here's what we found. First of all, agents just aren't making what they're worth. Less than 10% of agents are making $8,000 a month or more. Less than 10%, folks. Listen, less than 25% of agents are making $5,000 a month or more. What? That means most agents are earning a pretty low income for all the work they do. 75% of all agents are earning less than $5,000 a month. Half of all agents bring in less than $4,000 a month. And this is income, guys. This isn't just profit. This is before taxes and expenses. Let that sink in. This is the industry you're working in, where most professionals are bringing in barely more than minimum wage. Generally speaking, agents don't grow to the point they want to. Why is that?
Well, I'll tell you why, James. It's because nearly all real estate agents know real estate, but they don't know business. They don't know marketing. They don't know lead generation or how to close the sale after they get a lead. They have no strategy, no system, and they certainly have no expert help. Most agents aren't making it not enough to be able to break through to the higher income levels anyway.
What's your current revenue? Are you happy with where it is? Do you want to grow? Of course you do. That's why you're here. Look, no one jumps through all the hoops of real estate training and licensing and continuing education only to work through the weekends, make endless cold calls, and barely make a living wage. I didn't, you didn't, no one does. I'm sure, like most agents out there, whether you started last week or 20 years ago, you set really great goals when you started this career. If you've been at this a while, ask yourself, have you met those goals? If you just got started, do you have a plan to meet those goals? I've talked with hundreds of agents in the course of my work, and almost to a person, they tell me one thing. James, we've not hit our goals. Not even come close. Listen, this is a tragedy. And not only because you aren't making the money you're worth, but because if you are an ultimate agent, and you are one of those rare and truly motivated agents out there, we know that buyers and sellers need you. They need to find you, even more than you need to find them. How many people are being served by average agents? You know those agents. We all deal with them every day. The ones without drive, the ones who are much more likely to drop the ball and not serve their clients well at all. The ones who, let me be frank, they give us all a bad name. Yeah, you need to make money, but what you really need to do is serve the people who need you. Those who help ensure our industry continues to grow and thrive so that the best people, people like you, are the ones who are driving our industry's reputation.
So, how are these top agents doing what the vast majority of the agents out there can only dream about if they even bother to dream at all? Well, you might be surprised to know that the ultimate agents have stopped chasing prospects and selling houses. Instead, they are running bona fide businesses with a system that is tested, tried, proven, and true, setting themselves apart from the competition and bringing amazing value to their buyers and sellers, their ideal clients who they don't have to go out and find, but who actually wind up finding them. Now, these are clients who come out of the process of working with those ultimate agents that they enjoy such a powerful and authentic experience that they become raving fans. And when their referrals are combined with the other 100 or so lead generation strategies in our system, these agents eventually simply cannot work with everyone who finds them. There just isn't enough time. And once you get into that space, you will jump out of bed excited to serve your clients every morning. You'll stand out from all the competition and be the go-to realtor in your market, the one who gets results. Now, how do you get there? Well, it's simple. Well, notice I said simple, not easy, but I promise you, it's simple. The shift starts with you, and there are 4 things you need to do. So make sure you take notes.
The first thing you need to do, you need to put your prospects and clients first. How do you stand out from the crowd as an ultimate agent? By thinking less about yourself and all about your clients. You need to care about, to actually love, and to serve your clients. When you focus on the experience for your clients, when you are constantly thinking of how you can deliver the best outcomes for them, you will always be pointed in the right direction of everything in your real estate career. This begins with mindset. It evolves into action. You know there's no such thing as meeting expectations, right? We either fall short or we exceed them. Which do you think is going to be the better approach for your career? Exceeding them, of course. Now, how can you do that? Maybe it's a rapid response to a phone call or a gorgeous welcome basket on the kitchen counter the day you hand your clients the keys, or a gift you've arranged with a joint venture partner to have your clients' moving expenses covered or their new house painted for free. Now, it better be an awfully expensive house for that kind of closing gift. The point is, there are thousands of ways to do this, but it starts with your intention to over-deliver. Start here and you will already have made a huge leap forward.
The second thing you need to do is create a compelling message that gets inside the heads of your ideal clients. Now, what real estate agents do you know who do that? Now, they might use words we call platitudes like an agent you can trust or local top producing realtor, but what does any of that really mean? It means nothing. You need to be a mind reader and anticipate what your clients are thinking, what their problems and fears are, so that you can make it clear to them that you're the one who could solve those problems. And it might seem that getting inside the head of your ideal clients requires a crystal ball, but I promise you it doesn't. So, here's a secret even some of the most polished and well-paid marketing professionals don't know. Every prospect is always thinking the same thing. There's a problem they have and they don't want, and a solution they want but they don't have. And as a real estate agent, the most basic problem you're addressing for your clients is either that they have a house they no longer need and have to sell, or they don't have a home in the right place or at the right price and they need to find one. So the solutions you provide are, at their most basic level, the ability to sell that house for top dollar or the ability to find just the right home at just the right price. Now, obviously, if just any old real estate agent could easily make all that happen for her clients, we wouldn't have the need for ultimate agents, right? But we know that we do need ultimate agents, the ones who are uniquely capable of solving their clients' problems. Now, these agents craft, deliver, and broadcast precisely the right message to exactly the right clients at the right time and thereby establish themselves as the premier professionals capable of achieving extraordinary results for their ideal clients. The message is critically important because it demonstrates that you are the one who can get these results. What sets you apart? Well, here's a quick example to get you started. Let's say your parents are nearing retirement and they're considering downsizing their home and you want to help them do that. You haven't gotten your real estate license yet, but you're listening to people who do. So you're at a party where there are two real estate agents and one introduces himself this way. Hi, I'm John Johnson, a real estate agent with ABC Realty, and I work with people to sell their homes or buy their dream homes. Duh, right? I mean, isn't that what all agents do? It's also pretty much what all agents say when you ask them what they do. But the second agent you run into, she's different. When you ask her what she does, she tells you, I'm Jane Smith, and I help mature people in transition move from the home in which they raise their children into the perfect home that will let them live a vibrant life in retirement. Now take a minute and think about that. Which agent do you want to have a follow-up call with to talk about working with your parents? And if you think this agent just limited herself in terms of who she can work with, you'd be wrong. It's counterintuitive, but believe it or not, narrowing your message and your niche is critical to building a strong and thriving business. So what would your message be? Who are the people you want to work with, and what are the problems that you solve? Now, the third thing you need to do is implement a strategic marketing plan that, when each strategy is done properly and in the right order, gets you massive results. Now, the bad news is, hardly any real estate agents are doing this, right? They haven't got the slightest clue how to put together a plan for themselves, and it leaves a lot of them struggling just to make a living, taking listings when they can or chasing down potential buyers all week long. In fact, most small businesses, real estate agents included, simply do what we call tactical marketing. In other words, they throw a marketing idea out there like an ad on a billboard or a grocery shopping cart just to get name recognition, and they hope for the best. So in most cases, when the tactic doesn't yield a solid return on investment, or even more often when the agent can't tell what kind of results it's yielding, the agent blames the tactic, not the fact that it wasn't executed within the structure of a tried and true strategic plan with precisely the right messaging. The good news? It's the same as the bad news for everyone else. The good news is hardly any real estate agents are doing this. If you're an ultimate agent, though, you are, and you can easily establish yourself as the trusted authority in your market, the dominating player, the agent who stands out in the crowd as the one who provides unparalleled service and results. For instance, here are just a few strategies ultimate agents work on right out of the gate. What's your elevator pitch? Do you know what an elevator pitch is? What do you say to people when they ask you, what do you do? Do you have a rehearsed statement that really grabs the attention of your prospects, that differentiates you from other agents, that makes people want to ask follow-up questions and learn more about you? And if you don't, you are missing golden opportunities everywhere for immediate revenue increases. Now, take a look at your business card. Is it a lead-generating machine? Does it have a compelling message, a call to action, a reason for people to keep that card and refer to it later instead of tossing it in the trash? Which, to be honest, is where most business cards end up. And how about a book? Do you have one that establishes you as an authority in your local area? Do you think you aren't a writer, you could never write one, and would never have the time even if you could do it? Well, what if you had one practically done for you? What if you had two?
And the fourth thing you must do is invest in expert professional help. You spend a lot of money on making sure you're informed about real estate practices, regulations, and professional development within the industry, all of which is great and necessary. But if you aren't investing in proven help to build your business, drive revenue, and grow your career to where you're making the kind of income you deserve, none of that really matters. Listen, even Serena Williams and Tiger Woods have expert guidance. They know more than anyone how important it is to have a coach in order to stay at the top of their game. We all need expert help, especially we real estate agents who are basically in business for ourselves. And when you are learning a system, absorbing all the best information in the world, and doing it without knowing how to effectively apply the information, without guidance from experts who've been there before, well, what good will it do you? Information without implementation is worthless. And you could have all the strategies in the world, but if you don't have the right mindset, if you aren't able to tap into that ultimate agent inside you that we've been talking about all day, none of any of this will matter. Because yes, in point one, we said forget about yourself and focus on your clients. Because no one really cares about who you are. They care about results. But you only get those results by being the best you that you can possibly be. Now, what happens when you put your clients first? Get your messaging right, consistently follow a proven plan, and allow yourself to be mentored and coached to the highest level of potential? Well, here's Omar. Omar came to me a couple of years ago with a resume to be my admin. And on his resume at the time, the only thing he had was a bank teller and a pizza boy at a local pizza shack. However, I noticed a drive in Omar and I took a chance. I hired him as my admin. Soon after, he learned he really loved the industry and applied to be a realtor. He got his real estate license. He enrolled in the Ultimate Agent Coaching Program. And I want you to know that in Omar's first 4 months of being a full-time realtor and having professional coaching advice, that Omar made his annual salary. Let me repeat that. In his first 4 months, he made his annual salary from being my admin. Talk about ROI.
As you can see, a clear, systematic, strategic plan is critical, especially for agents just starting out. But you won't be able to make the most of it without a good mentor to guide you through it, nurture a growth mindset, and hold you accountable. And let's face it, good coaches are even rarer than good real estate agents. But speaking of good real estate agents, here's Anita's story.
Oh, Anita. I love Anita's story. Anita came to me to be a realtor about a year ago. And at that time, she shared with me that she'd been in a 10-year, guys, a decade of struggle. Anita had been evicted from numerous apartments. Anita had struggled with her income. She struggled with her mindset. Once she joined our company, she enrolled in the Ultimate Agent Coaching Program. And with strategic advice from myself and Sue, Anita has now reached a six-figure GCI in her first year of real estate sales. We're talking someone who was making $10,000 a year is now bringing in a six-figure GCI.
Very little coaching or mentoring out there follows a step-by-step format that leads to a clear outcome, which in Anita's case was reaching six figures in income in just 12 months. I mean, in your case, you have to decide what your own clear outcome is, but whatever that is, it happens with a business where your best clients find you consistently and you generate more revenue than you ever thought possible. And speaking of generating more revenue than you ever thought possible, James, would you mind sharing your story with us?
Well, Sue, I'll be glad to share my story. Guys, I grew up in a very small cotton mill town in North Carolina. And at this place, the only job that you could really get at the time was working in cotton mills. Well, around the mid 90s, we all know that most of that industry headed across seas. This town became destitute and very poor. We didn't have a car, and a lot of times we actually got some of our extra food from local trash cans and dumpsters around the neighborhood. As a young man, I decided I needed something different in my life, that I didn't want to raise a family under these conditions. So at 14, I started a yard sale business so that I could buy my first car. And I did. I had a job lined up when I was 16 years old, a month in advance. And then when I was 18, I was straight out the gate into real estate. I knew that real estate was a way that I could build the empire I always felt like I wanted and dreamed of. And here I am a decade later. I own my own company, numerous agents under me. I work way less than I used to and make way more money than I ever had before. And it's all because of having an inner drive, the correct mindset, and allowing myself to be coached by people who have already been there and done that. Now, certainly, as you can tell, I've always had that inner ultimate agent within me and a determination beyond anything else to become wildly successful. But I didn't get where I am without help. In fact, I continue to grow with expert help and by adopting what's called a growth mindset. The best coaching moves you through a growth mindset. The absolute belief that outstanding accomplishment is possible when you show up every day, willing to learn from those who know more than you, confident that your abilities can be continually improved with the right actions taken at the right times.
Look, friends, massive success is all part of a very simple formula. You put your clients first. You craft a compelling message that effortlessly draws exactly the right clients to you. You follow a tried and true blueprint, a time-tested and proven step-by-step strategic marketing plan with principles that build upon each other to tremendous success, with the potential to double your revenue in just 90 days and explode your growth over the course of 12 months. And you get the help, the expert help of a mentor who's been there, a strategist who knows how to expertly walk and guide you through the system, a network of coaches who can help you apply the strategy specifically, and personal one-on-one coaching to challenge you to grow on a daily basis and provide the kind of accountability we all need to make things happen.
Now, what if you could find all of that in one place? A kind of one-stop shop for everything you need to build this business of yours. No more feeling overwhelmed or scattered, but instead being confident that you know exactly what step you need to take next. Each step, not just something you'll try hoping that maybe it will work, but knowing that it will work and lead consistently to more and more revenue. What if you could invest your time and effort in a soup to nuts system and be laser focused on working a plan that is guaranteed to get results? No more just throwing tactics and ideas against the wall to see what sticks, but instead working a solid plan that will get you massive results, both immediate revenue and sustainable income.
I mean, what if you decided to drive your career with a system that isn't just more information, but absolute transformation? We've got the system, folks. It's called Ultimate Agent 360, and you won't find everything offered in this program anywhere else. We've got the expert mentoring, the coaching, the support, the guidance, a team of experts dedicated to your success. We have a massive online platform that walks you through everything you need to catapult your career toward wild success quickly and profitably. And if you want massive results, the time is now. But first, we want to talk with you personally, one-on-one.
Sue and I have personally set aside some time in the next 72 business hours to talk about how you can strategically implement these ideas. On this call, we will craft a step-by-step plan to hit your income goals for this year and for attracting the exact kinds of clients you want to work with. And the cost for this call? Absolutely free. Why free? Well, I really have a passion for the real estate industry and for real estate agents in particular. For the personal touch and expert service that can only be provided with actual, real, talented humans, not all the technical, automated, and impersonal ways of buying a home that are threatening to upend the industry as we know it. I want to see the best agents succeed, and this call will certainly help you think things through differently and set you on a course for amazing success. But we also know if you get some inspiration and useful strategies from our call, you just might want our help to really take things to the next level. The kind of guided, step-by-step strategy and support that you simply just won't find anywhere else. Truly, the only one-stop shop you need to build and grow your career is Ultimate Agent 360. Yes, joining the Ultimate Agent 360 program is an investment, but an extremely reasonable one. And I should know, I can't tell you how much money I've spent on worthless coaching in my life. Not only is it reasonable, but it comes with a 300% guaranteed return on your investment. Listen, 300% guaranteed return on your investment. Where else can you find that kind of assurance?
And the ROI, your return on investment, is critically important. But perhaps more important is what we call the COI, the cost of inaction. Look, folks, if you keep doing things the way you have been doing them, what will that cost you? Think about that for just a minute. And for anyone who does choose to move forward and work with us after this call, we have an incredible surprise bonus that we are only offering to those who book this call and make a decision and a commitment to achieve massive results quickly and almost unrecognizable results within just 1 year.
Now, do not book this call if any of the following applies to you. 1. Don't book this call if you aren't willing to do the work to succeed, because our call will end up with some homework. 2. Do not book this call if you like to make excuses for why things won't work, instead of acknowledging that you only get out of any effort exactly what you put into it. And 3. Do not book this call if you aren't prepared to invest time, effort, and funds into growing your career. A step-by-step plan for success requires an investment of all three. But again, we already know you're an ultimate agent, so we're pretty sure none of that applies to you, or else you wouldn't have gotten this far. You know that smart investments of time, effort, and funds yield returns many, many times over.
So now you have a choice. You can take the quick tips you've gotten from this webinar and continue to do this on your own. And believe me, there's a lot of value in this webinar. If you know where you want to go and you know how to develop a strategic marketing plan and you can see the roadmap ahead of you, you'll be able to take these tips and thrive. We have no doubt about that. Good luck if that's the path you choose to take. The other path you can choose to take, though, is some ultimate agent action. And let me tell you, if you do that, you're going to set yourself on a course for real transformation. If after this call you're interested in working with us to achieve that transformation, that'd be great. And if not, look, that's fine too. But either way, this call will be eye-opening and make a profound difference in your real estate career. and we want you to be one of the agents who thrives.
So go to www.ultimateagent360.com/apply or just click the link below to apply. Pick out a date and time that works for you. Then you'll be taken to our application with 6 or 7 questions, and we'll call you at the time you indicate. Book a call and speak to us. It will be the most valuable 45 minutes you've ever spent on your business. But be sure to do this quickly and be sure you're serious. This calendar fills up, and since it's just the two of us and we're both very busy doing the actual coaching work of this program, our time is super limited. We are happy to give that time to driven agents determined to make a real impact, but we don't have time for tire kickers. And for the program itself, it is limited at this price to only 50 agents across the country, and it will be territory protected because our goal is to work closely with our agents to help you absolutely dominate your market, not to help your competition. After 50 agents sign up, their territories will be gone, and the required investment will close to double.
So sign up, commit to being there, and you will get tremendous value out of this session. We guarantee it.
Hey, Sue and I want to thank all of you Ultimate Agents for taking valuable time out of your day and joining us on this call. We look forward to speaking with you and being a part of your journey to building the career of your dreams. Take care, and we'll talk to you soon.